Hey guys, nice to see you. My name is Ben, and in today's guitar lesson I will show you 5 genius guitar habits which were used in countless solos by the blues legend B.B. King. With no further ado, let's check out the first habit. Alright, now for all these examples I'm gonna be in the key of C, although the examples I will show you or have shown you already are probably in another key, but you can play each of these licks in each key. Now the chromatics he played, he was playing in various pentatonic positions, like for example he would play the major fifth in the first position, and then he would play the minor sixth interval, and then the major sixth interval, and then go to the root note. Like for example, over a 5 chord he will play this. I find this a very cool lick. There's a lot of rolling over of the fingers going on. And you could play a chromatic line like this over actually any blues chord, over the 1 chord, the 4 chord, or the 5 chord. It always fits. You can also play a phrase like this, not only at this position, but also in the so-called B.B. King position. And now in this position he would also play sometimes a chromatic line which goes from the, what is this? Also the 5th interval, here the 13th fret of the E string. I heard him play something like this various times, and also Eric Clapton did play something like this a few times. Another chromatic line he would play is, he would slide from the major 2nd interval, which is the 7th fret of G string, then could go to the major 3rd, then to a 4th, and then to a 5th or any other note. Or combine the chromatics. He once played a chord or 5 chord in the blues which went like. Now the next habit would be probably the easiest of those 5 habits, and he once said he's doing this when he doesn't really know how to keep going in the improvisation and he's not sure what to say next. There's always a cool save and sounds very cool because the listener is not necessarily expecting that, and that is the playing of the root note on the high E string. Now in the key of C, the root note is C, and it's at the, what is this, 17th fret, 19th, 20th fret at the E string. And he would also catch a few more strings. It's not just, he's really often digging in, and he's playing it either with his pinky or his ring finger. You can do whatever fits you. But I would make sure I would mute a few strings above the E string, probably the B on G string, so you can really dig in and get some of that string noise that gives that note some huge tech, which is cool if it's not expected. Then he would also often go back to the minor 30 at the E string, bend that up just slightly, and go to the lower root note of the E string. And then keep going from there. Or he would go back to the B.B. King box. This lick he would play also very often. Sounds like you're just diving right into that note. Now the next habit he would often do is the bending up of the 5th interval to the minor 7th interval. He would start this doing in the B.B. King box. And then go back to the root note or just repeat this. It's a 1.5 step and can be pretty difficult in the beginning. Now this one is something that sounds good over any chord, the 1 chord or even the 5th chord. Now also interesting to try is to don't bend this, but to slide this. Now someone like George Smith, for example, would very often do this instead of bending. It's a bit more difficult in my opinion. It sounds a bit different, but it's cool. Now the next habit he would often use in improvisation is the gradual bend up, and that is either from the major 2nd interval to the minor 3rd, like in the B.B. King box. Sounds very vocal, you know. Or from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd. He would really squeeze the note often. And this he would also do very often. He would come back down and then gradually back up. And then bend up and just slide down the neck. Now something which have all blues players in common, but is a prime example in B.B. King's playing, is the emphasizing of the major 3rd. Now we can use the major 3rd during playing over 5th chord or over the 1 chord. He would often do a bend up. Or or just play a sequence of notes which highlights the major third. Another very popular lick is in the Albert King box here. He would very seldom bend up into the major third here at the E string. Although you can do this, but he's often hammering onto the major third from a minor third here. And then pulling off from the fourth interval to the major third. And this sounds very cool over the one chord, but also a fifth chord. Now another lick that I saw him play a few times is a very complicated lick to play because he's doing this with his pinky. He's going from a major third to a fourth interval at the E string, which is in this case in C, the 12th fret and the 13th fret. Then the index finger plays the root note of the C here at the 8th fret and the 8th fret of B string. Here you have to roll your index finger. Then the ring finger plays the fourth interval at the 10th fret of a G string. And then I hammer on from a minor third to the major third. Something like this. Now a sixth habit is kind of a bonus habit, and I really wanted to show you this because it's important in every genre that you don't always play, that you really take your time and try to say something and develop something instead of just playing note after note after note. And there I can't really give you an exercise, but just try it out and really try to think and feel when you play and improvise. And I think it's just unbelievable in this example how much time he takes, and you can really see him thinking and feeling what he actually plays, and that should always be the goal.